Well, happy Advent calendar week number 1, 2, 3. Now we've already done the origin of modern Christmas, and we have done food. So what do you reckon this week's is? Go on, guess, go on. Go on, you're bright enough, you obviously know it's decorations. Yes. Now, we've already done part of this, the modern Christmas. And the origin, I did mention how some of it did actually come from the sorts of celebrations they had before Christianity. That's what you might call nowadays pagan, but it was just the old celebrations. And well, the colours, it's a big thing. The colours actually come from, at least the traditional colours, and something that is very popular. I mean, you will see here, you've got green and you've got a lot of red, and that very much comes from originally the pre-Christian, the pagan side, which is of course green for the trees and the life of the trees, red which is for berries, which meant food and also, you know, life. And let's face it, green and red do go very well together. Of course, in modern times we've added other colours. In Victorian times they also added, let's say Victorian times, I think it was just slightly before they started it, but you had silver, and silver was to represent the light coming down from the star, top of the tree, star at the top of the tree, the star that was above Jesus in his crib. And also it also reflected the light that you would get from candles, because I know nowadays we have little electric lights that we have all over the trees, etc. But back then they literally had tiny candles. In fact, we did have them in growing up. We did have them for a little bit. We had some. It wasn't because it wasn't because electric lights weren't available, because we're not that old. We are old, but we're not that old. And the problem with the candles, though, was that they were a blinking fire hazard. You imagine a cat, a candle and a Christmas tree. You know what cats are like climbing the trees? You'd have no houses left. None at all. None. Zilch. Zip. So it wasn't until, oh, go on, guess. The electricity came, and someone reasonably quickly came up with the Christmas tree lights. Anyway, before I say anything else, have you heard that noise? Yeah. Snoring. It's the boys. I don't think you can see them there, they're covered up. We ran out of snacks last night. They were searching everywhere. They are absolutely exhausted. They did wake me up at one point asking me where I'd hidden the snacks, and I had to tell them we were pretty low and they'd obviously finished them off, and that I'd have to go and get some more. They search so much, and they're so unfit nowadays because all they do is snooze. I mean, they shouldn't be, because nighttime is when badgers should be out and about. That's when badgers are normally out and about. Overnight they are what's called nocturnal. But this lot, you can tell how tired they are. I've said snacks how many times? Normally you could whisper it on a different floor and they'd hear it and come running. Well, I don't know about running. They're a bit unfit now because they're so lazy. Yeah, just gonna have to put up for it because I've tried waking them to get them to stop. It doesn't work. They are so tired from all the searching for snacks last night. Anyway, yeah, back to decorations. Now, what I must say is we've had a little bit of an effort here from the zombie teddies. Now, there's only 2 here. There should be 4. Now, it's not a big surprise because zombie. So this is No Name. Yeah, I know, No Name. This is Zombie Teddy. I have no idea why he's in a Satsuma bag. Why are you in a Satsuma bag? Because he likes it. So yeah, so the zombie Tedette, she's got a bit of a thing against the cat that keeps visiting my garden, and she keeps disappearing while she's trying to catch him or her. Unfortunately, of course, zombie teddies, they've got little short legs. Look at that. I mean, look at those little short legs. They're little short legs. They can't go very fast. And so she does disappear sometimes. So she'd be out doing that. I saw her last night. She's around somewhere. Although I'm not quite sure where Zombie Ted is. So you've got No Name, Zombie Teddy, Zombie Tedette, and Zombie Ted. Zombie Ted's been gone for weeks. I'm actually slightly worried. He might have taken a fancy to some creature that's just walked through here and kept going, and he's following, and he or she or whatever it is, Zombie Ted, I don't know what it is. Who knows? And just kept following it. But I'm slightly concerned because they don't normally go for that long. They normally go for a day, maybe 2 sometimes. Because as I said, they've got very short legs and they don't have to sleep, so they can just keep going. So they have to give up and then turn back, and that takes them quite a while. You know, they don't have to. So yeah, slightly concerned about the other one. Poor old Zombie Ted. So I might have to go looking at some point because, you know, he, she, it will be missed. Anyway, yeah, red. And look, even the zombie teddies have joined in. Look, they've even got a little bit of a nice holly. Yeah, all red as well, I forgot to say. Yeah, I got this bowl out because it was red, and the next thing I knew they were in there. No idea why. Oh, almost missed out, actually. One thing that I haven't mentioned was one of the things that we also have is jingle bells because of, well, it's not specifically Christmassy, but we have associated Christmas with cold and snow and whatnot, even though the first Christmas was in the Middle East, where they don't really have snow or the sorts of colds that we can get in Europe. But hey, and it's all to do with reindeer bells, and we've sort of made reindeers into part of our world. So got jingle bells, the badger smells, oh, because they eat snacks all the day. Jingle bells, oof, oh, it smells. Goodness, what more can I say? Well, I think it's time for me to go. They are really letting off. They are just sort of so. Merry Christmas.